Hi, welcome to the LGBTQ review with me, James. This is Beth. We showcase LGBTQIA plus content, and today we're looking at Dating Amber.
Eddie shifted a girl today.
Oh.
Word is he didn't touch her tits though.
Jack!
A guide to lovemaking.
How come he didn't touch Tracy's boob?
Jesus, Kev!
Amber, what's for lunch? Carpet?
Not today. Your mum's getting shampooed. Oh.
Did you throw a rock at me?
I'll go out with you.
What?
Do you want to go out or not?
Okay.
What the hell are you doing? You're gay.
I'm gay for boobs. I'm not gay.
Yes, you are. So am I. We pretend to go out just until school is over. We're going to Dublin.
Dating Amber is the 2020 Irish comedy drama film written and directed by David Freyne, a writer and a director known for the 2017 film The Cured. Dating Amber follows Eddie and Amber, who are two teenagers in Kildare, Ireland in 1995, and they enter a pretend relationship because they're both gay and they live in a small town in the 90s. 2 years after the legalisation of same-sex relationships in Ireland.
It's funded by Screen Ireland as well as the Broadcasting Authority of Ireland. I really liked this film. I thought it was really funny.
I didn't really like it.
Interesting.
Do you think it's better than Handsome Devil?
I mean, it's so closely associated in my mind because of the main guy. I think it is better than Handsome Devil. It'd be a good double bill or confusing double bill. I
just think it's billed or promoted as the wrong thing. When people write about it, it's about these two teenagers, blah, blah, blah. It's not really about two teenagers, is it? It's about him.
Yeah, that's true.
So that's really annoying. And like, I read the Guardian review as well, and it was like, it's about a lesbian who dates her gay best friend. And you're like, well, this review, I mean, they can't have watched it.
I guess they are friends at one point, but I'm not even sure he would consider anyone a friend. He's like the most friendless, unlikable person ever. Yeah, it's definitely like one-sided. It's like,
and the trailer as well is very Amber heavy for the film.
She is so good. I really like the actor, and the character is really good as well. I think maybe they just like try to make her more a part of the marketing or like a part of like the discussion because she's very good, but it's definitely not that. This might be the first one we watched that was released in quarantine, right? During the pandemic.
I think the half of it was as well.
Oh, was it? Okay. So this was released in June, but obviously that just completely changes how stuff's released. So I was just looking at an article about it now, and it was like had a budget of $6 million and made a couple thousand or a few thousand. It didn't even say how much it made, which is like a few thousand. It's quite interesting to see stuff released now. If this wasn't a comedy, he would be like the most horrendous, like it would be horrendous what he's saying. Like when he's talking to Amber's mum and he's like saying, should she be called Mrs. or Ms.? That whole thing is played like for laughs and stuff. But I don't know if it's his delivery or just the character or what, but it's like horrific. It's not like... There's so much of it which is like I kind of put down to character because I think he's just like unlikable until the very end and stuff. But it is weird. Like if that wasn't in the comedy, that'd be like so traumatic. I enjoyed the sex education videos because they were just that bad. Like
yeah,
they captured the 90s and early 2000s sex education very well. I think they nailed rubbish 90s teenagers quite well. Like the rest of the teen cast I like Kev and the girls and stuff. I thought no one was like, those characters didn't seem like cartoons or anything. They seemed quite like fleshed out. They didn't have that much of an arc or anything like that.
Yeah, they were good. Eddie is played by Fiona Noshi, who is, as we've said, was in Handsome Devil and Normal People. And then Amber is played by Lola Pettigrew. Sharon Hogan plays Hannah, Eddie's mum.
All right.
Barry Ward plays Ian. And the hot priest plays the teacher, but I didn't write his name down. But the hot priest from Derry Girls plays the teacher.
It's an uneven film. Yeah, all the parts of it are outstanding, I would say. Like all,
most of it's improvised because they just did loads of rehearsals and then let them do whatever they like. I think it doesn't work. Like, I think the bits are good, but it doesn't come together as a whole thing.
that's dead interesting.
That's what I think.
I didn't know that. That's interesting.
I've seen some interviews with them and they're best friends in real life. Like, maybe that's why it's odd, because he's like horrible.
He's made more horrible by the fact that she's quite lovely. So it just like highlights how shit he is constantly, which I get like his arc, but I think they push it too far because I just don't think he has any redeeming bits along the way. Like, even when they like go out and have friendship fun, it's always like him being a bit of a dick at the end.
I wonder why it's about him. I wonder if when they shot it was always about him, or if it was ever about both of them.
Yeah, it's really interesting you said about the improv, because that kind of implies how they've divvied up the kind of story time for each character is chosen afterwards. Because like both stories are very strong. It's not like Amber hasn't got a lot going on. Also, I think it's weird at the end that I don't think he's a good friend for taking all her money and like stealing her future.
He's not a good friend. He's not a good person. But it's really difficult because teenagers aren't consistently good people. But unfortunately, she is consistently a good person throughout the whole thing. So he just looks like the very worst.
Yeah.
That's what I hate that as well. Like, she doesn't get a proper story, and then at the end, she just gives up her everything that she'd been working towards. And you're like, okay, cool. Well, at least that woman saved him. The like small townness of it is quite good. Like, even though it's set in the 90s, it could be any small town now. The concept of seeing two very different coming out stories in one film is good. Like, there's no one size fits all coming out.
I give this 3.8 yellow coats with badges.
I will give this 3.5 sex caravans.
That's what we thought. Let us know what you thought in the comments below. Like and subscribe if you care for more content. We have been Beth and James. Follow us on Twitter at LGBTQ_review. Thanks. See you next time. It's like Back to the Future.
Oh no, we've got to change the future. Past, we've got to change the past. I mean, fix the past. Oh, fucking hell.